Krazy Crafters. Welcome to our very first Krazy Kraftini.
It is a crazy Kraftini because it's 5 o'clock somewhere, and frankly, it's 5 o'clock here at Pacific Standard Time.
So we're ready to get crafty after hours with Krazy Kreations.
Absolutely. So my name is Kara.
And my name is Jackie.
And we are the mother-daughter team here at Krazy Kreations, and we're ready to get very crazy with you with one of our first Kraftini projects.
So what is Krazy Kraftini?
So why don't you explain it? It was your idea.
So this is like a card kit with a twist. So we're going to be creating one of the Krazy Kreations card kits together. And don't worry, if you didn't buy the kit yet, there is a replay. So you can always replay this video and do it again with us. But we're going to do a twist to it. So today we're going to be adding a feminine and a masculine twist to the card, which really spices it up a little bit.
Yes, so over the years, many of you have asked, hey, can you do a video where we're doing a card kit together? And Jackie took that idea and said, let's make it after hours. And then one of our customers gave us the name Kraftini. We had a little contest and we loved Krazy Kraftini. And so this is what we're going to do, but rather than always stick to the same old, we kind of like to mix it up. So we're going to do the standard card is recommended card as though you bought it, but then we're going to show you things you could do to spice it up.
Yes, and don't forget that the fun part about the Kraftini is having a tasty beverage nearby. So we have ours.
Yes, we do. So we do partake. And cheers.
Cheers.
All right.
Cheers to you.
Yes, cheers to you.
Now, if there's any kids out there, this is apple juice, okay?
Yes, absolutely. So you don't have to have the beverage, but hey, like I told you, 5 o'clock somewhere, so 5 o'clock here. But in the meantime, a lot of you have also asked us, what do I need? What do I need? So if you want to craft with us, what you really need is your kit. So it's the Books and Coffee card kit. And then you're going to need some alcohol ink markers. Now we have the recommended colors on the kit, but we always bring to the party our 24 set, and that's how we're going to mix up things a little bit for you. So if you don't have those, you can make 3 cards the same, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Or you can use the colors you have. There's no right or wrong. It's just we're here to have fun, not stress out.
Yes, we're here to get those creative juices flowing together, and it's going to be like a party.
Absolutely. And then, of course, you need your basic toolkit, which will be a paper trimmer, scissors, tweezers, adhesive, and then I think for optional is a corner rounder. Okay, now this is optional, but we will be using it, and we do sell these in both a small and a large corner, right?
Yes, and if you didn't know, there is an S or an L on the corner rounders that we're using. That means small or large. It's very hidden. So.
Yes, right here. So it took me a long time to figure that out myself, so it is hidden for sure, but it's right here, okay? So that's optional. If you don't have that, don't worry, you can make do with your creativity or keep it square, but I just wanted to bring that up now, so if you wanted to run around and go find your corner rounder, you have a few minutes.
Okay.
Okay. So,
all right, so is that everything they need?
Yes, so
okay.
Again, basic toolkit, paper trimmer, scissors, tweezers, adhesive, and then that corner rounder, and you must bring your creativity and enthusiasm. We insist.
Yes. All right, so without further ado, let's take a peek at the beautiful cards we're about to make.
Okay.
All right, so now you can see all 3 different options here.
Yeah, so this is kind of where we're going tonight, and you can, like I say, stick with one, do one your way, however. But this is the kind of recommended one right here, and it's kind of can be for a girl, boy. It's a really good neutral card, wouldn't you say?
Yes, I love it.
Yes, so we have our sticker, and it says relax and enjoy. That's found on the sticker sheet. We're using reds, brown, gray, and I just think that looks really nice. So it could be for a man or a woman, right?
Right.
Okay, but with a little twist, if we add in some pink and change the papers around, all of a sudden we have more of a feminine look, wouldn't you say?
Yes, I love this. So this is more of a pinkish red. We have a pink book here, and I love what you did over here.
Yes, we altered the paper. I love doing that, and it always throws people off. But again, these are the same supplies that you have in the card kit, just different markers. Now, do you want to pull that male version?
Okay, here's the masculine version, and I know a lot of you are always asking for masculine ideas. You could take any Krazy Kreations card kit and turn it masculine.
Absolutely. So instead of using the heart paper, we turned it over and we're using the newsprint side. We changed the polka dots to the damask. And then, of course, we colored this more of a blue tone and gray tone, right?
Exactly.
And so I like them all. What about you?
I cannot pick a favorite this time, but if you have a favorite, let us know in the comments. If you're just joining us, welcome, and let us know what you're drinking.
Oh yeah, what are you drinking out there? Okay, so let's go back to the recommended one, and we have our card kit, right?
Yes, okay, I have that over here. So here's our card kit.
Okay, and so when you get a card kit from Krazy Kreations, we always give you the suggested photo right here of what the contents will make. And it always makes, well, most of them always make 3 cards. And so that will include what?
All right, so you get the outline sticker sheet, the microfine glitter paper, all the patterned and solid cardstocks, embellishments, usually that's our bling stickers or the holographic border stickers, instructions, and a photograph.
And then the recommended colors, which are the Rite art colors, are right here on the bottom. And we try to stick to a basic 24 palettes, 24 set palette, and that can be found on our website. So if you have another brand, we have a couple conversions that you can look at. But basically, you can always call up the Rite art marker chart and try to match it with what you own.
Exactly.
Okay, and did you say that it comes with 3 cards and 3 envelopes?
I think so.
Or have you had too much beverage?
I've only had 2 sips.
Okay, so do you want to go ahead and open that up?
All right, so we're going to flip it over, and there's a little tab at the bottom, and we're going to take out all the contents. It's like a sandwich in here.
Yes, it is. A very nice sandwich,
There we
right?
go.
Okay, so this right here is our sticker sheet, and let's go ahead and take that out of the packaging.
All right, I'll do that.
And then we also have a border sticker here that's been cut, so we're going to take that out of the packaging. And we're going to put aside our glitter paper. And I have to tell you, the way that I craft is these right here are going to go, when we're done, onto the card. But when I craft, I never put it on the card. I do that last. What about you, Jackie?
I do the same thing. I think it's easier when it's a flat panel to work on, whereas those card bases have a fold, so they keep trying to move around on me.
Yes, and I don't really like that. Okay, so we don't need our envelopes because we're not mailing it off right now, right?
No, not yet. They're not even made yet.
Okay, so we are going to need our cardstock. And we are going to find in here that we have 3 black and 3 craft, right? Okay. And then we have our heart paper. And you'll notice that the other side is the newsprint, okay? So that's where we're getting some of the design that you see. This part is a little part here that's going to be for our sentiment. And then what's this, Jackie?
Those are the famous instructions.
Okay, so very important that we have those out, right?
Written by Kara and formatted by Jackie.
Okay, so there's that. And then we're going to also continue down here, and we're going to notice that we have 3 of these damask polka dot. Okay, so that's on the back, and on the very bottom is our photo. So if you were at home, you could be following that photo, right? But you have me and Jackie, so we don't need that tonight. Okay?
Right.
All right. So now what do you want to do, Jackie?
Do you want to make the guts first or color first?
I think we should, what? What do you want to do? Make color first. Let's color.
Okay, we're mixing it up. We're going to color first. Now, Suzanne had a question about our paper, I think, and we'll get back to that when we do the guts of the card.
Okay. All right, so we're going to go ahead and color, because depending how you color is what papers you want to use, right?
Right.
All
or
right.
you could do it the opposite way.
You're making this hard, huh?
We're coloring first, okay?
Okay, we're coloring first. So what do we need to color first?
All right, so the first thing we actually need to do is grab our microfine glitter paper. That's right here. And this is handmade by the Krazy crew if you're new here. And so the first thing we need to do is rub it or burnish with our fingertips. And what this does is it adds some sparkle and shine, and then it makes it nice and smooth. And when we're all done, it's going to feel like velvet.
Now, I have to tell you, if at any time you have questions, please go ahead and pipe in. We will be looking at your comments, and I'm going to kind of take that over for Jackie because she's going to be our colorist tonight.
Okay. So, and by the way, we are reading the comments from our page, but if you're watching in the group or on YouTube, we have Audrey there to answer your questions. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do after we burnish the glitter paper is grab the outline sticker, and we're going to peel these off and stick them onto the glitter paper.
Now, before you do that, I think we should let everyone know about the 6x6 glitter paper will fit all of your stickers, right?
Yes, that's kind of our rule of thumb here. So one sheet 4x9 will always fit on a 6x6 piece of glitter paper.
And keep in mind, if you have things that are not going on the glitter paper like steam or sentiments, then you're going to have extra.
Yes. All right, so we're going to start peeling. So I'm just going to start at the top, make my way down to the bottom, and then I'm going to reposition it so that it's dangling on my index finger. And
now this one has that little book part on the bottom, right?
yes, so I'm just trying to position it. You can sweep it across your page.
What I was trying to say is sometimes this might get stuck to that. You just need to unstick it before you lay it down, right?
Right, so if your sticker gets stuck together, just peel it apart and you'll be good to go. Now I'm going to start peeling my other two because I just want to do everything all at once. And the way I'm going to do it is I'm going to rotate my paper.
Yes, so we are power positioning everything. That actually makes us go faster, right?
Yes.
So how many of you color them all at once? Let us know.
All right, that looks good. Turn. And one more to go because we have 3 stickers per sheet. I love this sticker. This is a brand new sticker and it's not available on the website individually yet, just so you know.
Yes, it's not? Oh,
No.
I didn't know that.
Let's see if that's going to fit. I think it'll work. Yay.
And if you have a scan and cut machine, hey, that will cut all this out, right?
Look how much extra glitter paper we have. That's amazing. Okay, so the next thing we need to do is burnish or rub the stickers down. So you can do this a couple different ways. You can use your finger right on top, or if you want more pressure, you can use a brayer tool or flip it over.
Yes, now the reason we're doing that is to make sure that we don't want any bleeding like in between the books or from the saucer to the book. You want the color to stay within the sticker area that you are coloring.
All right, so we're just pressing and rubbing. Okay, I think mine is good now. Flip it back over, and there we go.
Okay, I think we're on the screen, right?
Yeah,
Okay, perfect. Now, do you need this in the screen or not?
I did want it, but I don't think it's gonna fit.
Yep, doesn't fit.
Is there any chatter?
No, most people are telling me that they are watching, but Chart says she does all her coloring first, then cuts, and then assembles.
Oh, okay. So I'm gonna grab my alcohol markers here, and we're gonna look for the ones that are on the front of the kit.
Yes, so do you have that page or do I have that page? I have that page. Okay, are you ready?
I'm ready.
We are looking for R17, which is a dark red, R03, which is a light red, And then we're looking for E18 and E28, dark light brown. And then we want E40, which is a light yellow brown, 100, which is black, and then we want CG06 and 02, which are grays.
Okay, I have all of them except the black because Tara has the black.
There you go.
All right, now I have the black. So we have all these beautiful colors here, and I think we should start with the reds. So we need R17 and R03.
Okay, so I found it fascinating that all the colors but the black was in the primary set.
Yes, they were.
So we do have a primary and a secondary set of colors if you want to start out slow, and this particular card kit was basically all in the primary set of 12.
Yes, all right. So now we're going to start with our dark red, that's the R17, and we're going to lay down the color in the corner of this little coffee cup.
Now Tabitha says that she likes to do the same step for all the pieces at the same time because she likes to mass produce.
Yes, I agree with that, but our colors are going to switch up, so we aren't going to do it that way.
Yes, we are going to switch a bit, yes.
So now I have the light red, the R03, and we're just going to take our marker, and where that R17 ended, we're going to flick that color into the white space, and you'll notice that it's blending together beautifully.
And Carolyn likes to cut then color, so she likes to cut her pieces first. So there, you could tell there's all different ways of doing it, right?
Right. Now, if you look at this coffee mug that I just colored and you compare it to the photo, you're going to say, Jackie, that doesn't look quite right. That's because...
Let's bring in the photo and see what you're talking about. Okay.
This one is a lot darker. That's for two reasons. When your marker's dry, when your ink dries, it's going to get a little darker. And number two, I had added brown to the sample here to make it a richer red. So I'm going to grab my E18 and I'm going to add a little of that brown in the bottom corner here. And then I'm going to go back to my reds. So I'm going to go back to the dark red. And I just love how that adds a nice shadow. Did anyone know that brown tip? Have they used it before?
Well, I think that's a great tip because brown is kind of in the red family, you know. I think you make brown through red.
You can.
Yes. And I have noticed that we don't have a lot of thumbs up or hearts, so I'm hoping you guys will give us some love out there because here we are doing our Kraftini.
We're not feeling the love yet.
Yeah, we want to feel the after hours love.
All right, so I'm pretty happy with that. Now it's going to dry a little darker. Now I'm going to go to this saucer. So if we look at the saucer is darker than the mug. So I'm going to use a lot more of that brown and more of the dark red.
Here come all the thumbs up and hearts. Yay! Woohoo! Okay, so you're making the saucer darker because it tends to have more shadow. Is that it?
Yes. I also wanted a little more contrast, so I just did it.
Okay, so really, you know, a lot of people get hung up with coloring about the shading and what's right, what's wrong. The main thing that I like to tell people is, A, have some sort of shading, but there is no shading police, right? No one's going to go around and say, Jackie did it wrong. She shouldn't have put the shadow there. But if you put no shadow, it's very flat, right?
Yes, very flat, very basic. But I'm going to tell you, nobody is going to reject your card because you didn't shade right, okay?
That's right. Now, Polly's out there. She is too busy drinking, and we are with you, Polly, except Jackie's coloring, so she can't drink.
All right, so you'll notice how that got a lot darker. I think it looks really nice. What do you think?
I love it. I think that's beautiful. What do you guys think out there?
All right, so now that we've done our coffee mug, let's do the book on the bottom because that's also red, and we have our red in our hands already, so we are going to do that with the dark red and the light red again. And I always shade dark to light. I find it easier, but we used to shade light, dark, light.
Yes, that is how I learned many, many moons ago, but I actually agree with you. I think it uses less ink And it's more vibrant when you go dark and then light.
All right, so let's go right there. Now basically the whole spine of this bottom book is like a dark red. All right, and then we need our light red. So we're just gonna go to the edge of where the light or the dark red ended and then push away with the light red.
Ooh, that's wonderful. So on the bottom book, it's basically dark, light.
Yes. Now the thing I liked about this card was I used brown in this area up here, but I did not use brown on the bottom book. So even though I used red on both areas, it gives it a completely different look.
Yes, I really like that. And I noticed that on all of the cards as a tip, whatever color the coffee cup is, the book is going to be similar.
It's very similar.
And then the two books that you're doing next are going to be the same on all three cards.
Yes, so let's do this book on the top here, and that's going to be brown. So we're going to need the E18, the E28, and the E40. So that's all three browns here.
By the way, Kim's giving you a shout out. She likes the color of your nails.
Oh, thanks, Kim. I need to get them done. All right, so I'm going to add my darkest brown first.
And I believe it's Vicky, right, who's Echo?
Mm-hmm.
Vicky loves the added brown to the red.
Oh, I love it too. You guys are so sweet. Thank you. We have the best customers ever.
We do. Okay, so you're doing your dark brown and then you're going to go to light.
Yes.
So that was E18 and now you're on E28.
Yes, E28. Same basic technique, but this time I started with the dark color. Now I'm on my medium color. I think a brown book is just so classic.
So on this book, are you going to use 3 to kind of lighten it up?
Yes.
Okay.
And now I'm going to use my lightest color, which is the E40. And this will finish it off, and that will be where the highlights kind of hit.
That is gorgeous.
So this E40 is kind of yellowish, but the brown tones it down. And when it dries, it'll look a bit different.
Do you all see how that kind of sun just came right there? I just love that. Beautiful.
And then if you wanted to tone down the yellow a little bit from the E40, you can go back to your E28. You can kind of add a little bit of pointillism in there on those blending lines, and that's going to help too.
So pointillism meaning you just tap, 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 tap. With
tap.
Yes.
Dot, dot.
Dot, dot.
Okay, and now we have our black book.
Oh, it's not gray?
Gray, black.
Okay.
All right, so now we have our 3 colors here are black, dark gray, and light gray. So we're going to start with the dark. What a surprise.
Okay. 100.
Now this book has a lot of black in it already, so there's not a whole lot of shading.
So you mean it has a lot of the negative or the solid vinyl?
Yes. And this is the same technique. So we're starting with the black, then we're going to dark gray, which is our medium color, and then we'll go to the light.
Jackie, you make this look so easy. Who thinks Jackie makes it look too easy?
It is easy.
It really is, but I bet you if you have a lot of practice, it's easier.
Yeah, I do practice a lot. And you know what I think helps is coloring faster, because then your ink is still wet and it blends a little easier.
Okay, that's beautiful, Jackie, and that looks so much like our original card right here.
All right, let's look at that really quick. And here is the comparison. So now we've created that beautiful stack of books and that coffee mug. So let's do another one with a twist.
Okay, so basically you showed everybody how to do the first and second book. So are you going to do the coffee cup in the bottom book?
Yes. So are we going to do masculine or feminine here?
Ooh, I like that. Masculine.
Okay. So for the masculine colors for the coffee mug and the book, I have to reach around here to grab it. We are going to need the B47 is a dark blue. We'll need that BGY03. And we're going to use our grays.
So you're going to use pretty much everything you used before, but you're going to drop out the reds.
Yes.
Okay, so take away the reds and add the B47 and BG03.
All right, so let's get started with that gorgeous mug here.
Now we do have a question. How often do you use a blender pen?
I only use it when I'm trying to fade to white. How about you?
Yeah, so the blender pen is really an eraser tool, and so we don't use it for blending color together. We use a lighter tone of color. So like in this case, light blue would be our blender to dark blue. However, if we're trying to go and make something white like a cloud and we start with light blue, you would use your blender pen to blend the line of the light blue into the paper.
Right, into the white.
Into the white.
Did you want to color this one since you were the masculine card? Or
No,
you want
I'm going to do
okay.
the guts.
Okay. All right, just asking here. So here's my B47. Don't you just love this blue? It's so bright. It's like our Canadian blue glitter.
I know, I do love it. Now the thing about blue is you can go bright, bright, bright by adding like a turquoise blue, but we're going to go into the gray and kind of use the darker gray and then end with a light gray. And that kind of gives it a smoky blue, don't you think?
Yeah, I like that. So I'm going right where that dark blue ended. You can even go back a little bit more.
So we're making a masculine version in case you're just joining us, and we started with a dark blue, which was B47, and then Jackie went with the CG06, which was the darker gray, and now she's finishing with the light gray, CG02.
By the way, how did everyone like the red coffee cup?
I thought it was beautiful.
I forgot to check in with you, sorry. All right, I think I need more blue, so I'm going to go back and do this again on top of what I just did.
All right, and that's an important tip too. When you're coloring, I often don't like it. It's not perfect the first time. What about you?
Same.
And so once you color it, go ahead, color the whole thing, and then add your little edits, you know. So Jackie said, oh, I wish I had more blue. And then you just go back and you blend with your grays. And that's really the best way to do that.
All right, so now I'm going to just blend this part in, and I think I'm happy with that now. Okay, so that's a very smoky blue.
People are loving your cup.
Oh, which one, the blue or the red?
Well, I believe you asked about the red, but I'm sure they love the blue as well.
I'll ask again about the blue. All right, so now that we've done our blue coffee cup, we're going to do the blue saucer. Now for the saucer, I'm going to make sure that I add a lot more blue so I have some contrast here. So I'm doing the B47 again. Every time I use this blue, I just love it because it's so bright.
Now Tabitha has an interesting comment. She thinks the red reminds her of Harry Potter.
Ooh.
Now, I never watched those shows, but do you see a
little bit, yeah, and I bet you could customize it for each of the different houses.
Wow, well, there you go, Tabitha. Jackie's on your page.
All right, so I'm just repeating basically what I just did. I used a lot more blue.
That's beautiful, Jackie.
And I think I might even add a little bit more. It's totally up to you tonight.
So do you have any tips for not losing your light color? Like if you color too much and it becomes all dark. Vicki would like to know.
That's a hard one because that has happened to me. But you know what I end up doing?
What?
Starting over.
Starting over. Well, Vicki, what I do is you have to make sure that you stay within an area and that you keep a light area. Now, what you may want to do is once you start, take your light color and go the opposite way before you start the blending process. That way this will remain light, and then when you get to that blending, you're not like mixing the colors.
All right, so just add a little bit of dark. Be on the cautious side. You can always add more dark later, but you can't really take away dark. Okay, so let's go down to the bottom book here, and you'll notice in this sample that there's a light blue here, so I think we need our BO2.
Okay. So BO2 is this beautiful blue.
Yes, so we're going to start dark again with the B47. We're just going to add that shading to the corners and the bottom of the book. If you're using blue, let me know, do you like the light blues, like the B02 and B09, or do you like this B47? I think I like this one.
I like that one too. Now, Chris is saying sometimes she colors too hard and she loses the glitter. And that does tend to happen when you color when it's too wet. So if you're editing or coloring, you don't necessarily have to have a lighter hand, but you do have to let the colors dry. And if you keep going over it and overing it, even if it's glitter paper or blending paper, you will wear a hole in the paper. So you do need to let it dry, and by dry, I mean not very long. I mean anywhere to about 30 seconds. Let it just dry on the paper.
Now, if you already have kind of a little spot where the glitter's coming off, let it dry like Kara said, then go back to it with your marker, and I kind of just do a little tap, tap, tap on it to cover that spot. Alright, so for the next color on the bottom book, I'm using the blue-gray, BGY03, but you could also use the light gray if you wanted to. And this is going to be our mid-tone.
That's just so beautiful. I love it. It reminds me of denim or something, denim jeans.
Yes, this would be great on those paper dolls we do.
Oh, don't bring up the paper dolls.
Okay, never mind. Rewind.
Kara is changing. Kim, I know you really want to know that doll art journal, but I just got the best paper in, and I'm changing it again. So that picture will be up, Kim. I promise.
All right, so
right, Jackie. Good paper.
We're gonna keep her to her promise.
Okay.
Now we need to add that little spot of that BO2 right in the center there.
And I only know Kim wants it because both Eric and Jackie have told me that you are waiting, and I apologize.
All right, now that looks way too bright. That doesn't go with our color scheme at all. So I'm going to go back to the BGY03, and I'm going to just blend a little bit over that. And look, that toned it down so much, and it looks really nice.
Oh, so that's a good tip too. So if you have a color that was too bright, go back and tone it down with a lighter, different tone. And in this case, you use the BG03.
Yes. All right, so now, should I color the brown and the black?
No, I think we've already done that. That's going to be homework time.
All right, that's your homework. So we're going to spin our paper again. How did you like the blue coffee cup? That's your check-in.
Okay, that's your check-in. And Katie, I know I am so on that doll art journal page. I'm going to promise to finish it tomorrow. But you'll see what I mean when you see the paper. I promise.
So let's take a peek at our feminine card here. We are using pinks. So instead of blues or reds, we're going to use our RV17. And we're going to need the RV00. But we're also going to be using the R03.
Okay, so what does RV stand for?
RV is red violet, which translates to pink. R means red. All right?
I love it.
So
now, I think you can see why it's so great to have the 24 set, because you have so many different opportunities,
lots
right?
of variety. Now you'll notice I have kind of a peachy pink cup here at the top, and then I have that true pink here at the bottom. So my secret for all of you watching is that this is the dark pink with the light red, and this is the dark pink with the light pink. So let's do it.
Let's do it. So now this will be kind of our feminine twist, right?
Yes. All right, so dark pink goes down first. And I like to shade at that diagonal on that cup. I think it looks nice. And then we're going to use the R03.
I would like to give a shout out to Audrey. Thank you for all your helpful comments. I really appreciate that you're doing that. And Audrey is our gal behind the scenes. And we couldn't do this without her, right, Jackie?
Yes, this was a kind of a collaboration between me and Audrey to start this event.
Yes, so thank you, Audrey.
All right, now I have too much of that peach, so what am I going to do?
All right, so Barb is new, and she says you're going too fast.
Sorry, Barb. But there is replay, so you can always go back and rewatch it.
I think as you start doing one, Barb, you're going to kind of get the gist, and then the other ones will come a little bit faster. But Jackie, why don't we just slow down a little tiny bit?
I can do that. All right, so I'm going back over this coffee mug with the RV17 because I want to have more of that pink showing.
Okay, so catch us up what you did in the first place.
I did RV17 down here and I blended it out with the R03. Then I'm adding more RV17 and going back with the R03. So it's a lot of repeating. Now when I want to blend, I'm taking my light marker, I'm going to the edge of where this dark color stopped, and I'm pushing it to the opposite corner of the sticker. And voila, we have a beautiful coffee mug.
That is gorgeous. It almost looks tropical to me.
I love it. I don't even know the name for that color, but it's beautiful.
It is beautiful. Now, I would like to say as you're continuing on that you should also kind of keep this in your back pocket as you learn different color combinations. Maybe when you get a sticker and you have some glitter paper, this will spark an idea for you on how to color.
Yes, especially when we have those coloring challenges.
Yes. Like to me, the colors that you're doing now almost spark or say to me those, what are those tropical flowers?
The hibiscus?
Yes, the hibiscus.
All right, so I did my RV17 again. Then I'm going back in with my R03, which is a light red. So we're blending a dark pink with a light red.
Yes, and LaDonya is saying that it looks marbled.
Ooh.
And it does look marbled. That's a great comment because it reminds me of that ombre look.
Yes. Now, you know what would be fun on here? By the way, I'm going back with my RV17. Trying that rainbow technique.
Yes, that rainbow technique that we showed about a month ago on Technique of the Week. That would be fun.
And guess what I'm doing now? I'm going back and blending with my R03. So these two elements here is just two colors. RV17 and R03. Okay, beautiful. I love it. Now we're going to work on this book on the bottom here.
So for those of you who are coloring along, notice that we are not coloring the middle books because we kind of showed you that in the beginning. Jackie might do one as a repeat, but that's kind of your homework. We're showing you the newer colors, but maybe on this one we'll go ahead and repeat, okay?
Okay, I can do that.
So we're going to do the bottom book in our pinks, and then we'll repeat because the first and second book are all the same colors in each of our example.
Okay, so before we do those, we're going to do the bottom book with the two pinks. So that is RV17 and RV00. So dark pink and light pink. So we're going to touch the areas that we want to shadow with that dark pink. Don't be shy. Okay, and now we're just going to take the RV00, which is a very light pink. We're going to go to where that RV17 stopped and just kind of pull it into that white space.
Wow, that's like magic. It's so beautiful.
I love it. That's a very feminine book right there. Gorgeous.
Has everyone noticed how easy it is to color on the glitter paper and to blend and shade versus blending cardstock? If you think this is awesome, can you give us a heart or a thumbs up?
We want to feel the love. Okay, so I'm going to do the brown book now. And remember, we need 3 colors for the brown book. A dark brown, a medium brown, and a light brown.
So going back to our original, I just want to bring this in for a moment. Remember, the original recommended has a brown book and a black-gray book, and these remain the same in all of our different varied looks. So she's going to repeat how she did the brown and the black-gray.
So we're going to start out with the darkest brown first. And by the way, we did that on purpose. So the brown and the black book are the same on purpose to make it easy for you.
Yes, we can be confusing, but we did tone it down, right? We stopped ourselves.
Yeah. We got to make it fun. All right. So there's the dark brown.
Not only that, once you achieve the brown, you want to repeat it and say, hey, I get it, so I'm going to do it again and again.
Then we have the medium brown. So I'm just touching where that dark brown ended and I'm dragging it into the middle of the book. And don't be afraid to color over the black lines of the sticker, okay? That is what makes these stickers awesome.
Now, are you using what tip of the pen?
Brush tip.
So we are using the brush tip even for the blending, right?
Yes.
When would you use the fine tip?
In a small space when you're not blending. All right, there's our beautiful brown book. Gorgeous.
Okay, and I do want to say that you do want to use the brush tip and you can go over the lines of the vinyl because our vinyl outline stickers are black. So the beauty of a black sticker is that if you go over it with your alcohol ink marker, which is a permanent marker, you're not going to alter the color of that sticker. Now, if this sticker was a different color like gold or silver and you hit it with your marker, you would alter the color of the sticker.
Yes, that's why we love the black. So then for the middle book, we're using black, dark gray, and light gray. Here are the colors. And we're going to do dark to light. So black is the first color we're going to lay down. Okay. Then we're going to use our dark gray. I'm doing most of the book with the dark gray, so there's only going to be a little bit of light gray peeking through. And then I'll finish off with the light gray, just like that.
Wow, that's beautiful. Jackie, you just did such a great job.
That was so fun to color. I liked mixing it up. And I have to check now, how do you like your pink coffee cup? And which one was your favorite?
Yes, now here you could really see the feminine kind of take on this. I don't know if you'd want to give a pink book to a masculine type card, but I love that look. And then when you did the blues here, even though we haven't colored this, you could really see the masculine take, and here it is in its finished form. Really nice. And then we have the traditional, which I think could go either way, right?
Yeah, so you can give this one to anybody.
Yes, so I love that. I think that's just so beautiful. And if you guys were not watching us earlier today, we did release 3 new kits. So after Kraftini, you're going to have to come and see what's new on our website, right?
Yeah, so we're saving that for the end.
No, I'm talking about the ones we released at Live Friday.
Oh.
We haven't released the special Kraftini one yet.
Okay, sneaky peek. We're saving something for the end of the video.
Yeah, so you want to stay tuned. Okay, so now that we have all of our colored projects here, your next step will be to cut this out. And this is a pretty easy sticker to cut out with your scissors. And you're basically just going to follow along the lines here of the sticker. So I'm going to go ahead and get my scissors. And we told you we were going to do this with you. Do you want to do it or you want me to do it?
I can do it.
Okay, Jackie's going to cut it out. And we're going to show you a tip of this part right here where we pull it up with our tweezers and cut underneath, okay?
Okay, so first thing I'm going to do is cut around. So I like to separate mine first. Is that what you do?
Me too. I do because I like a smaller piece.
So I'm just roughly cutting around the shape. And then I'm going to go around the edges here. This is a very easy one to do. So I'm just going to follow the line. Following the line. I'm trying to do my best to stay on the camera. Okay. I'm going to skip over that spot right now. Do you do that too?
I do, and then I go back. Yes, I think mother-daughter, we kind of do it the same. Do we think the same?
Not always, no. Sometimes.
We do.
Alright, so now I'm just trimming. I like that all of these lines are pretty much straight lines. So I'm moving my glitter paper. I'm not moving my scissors. I'm just cutting. And...
so we aren't going to cut out the other two, just so you know. We're just kind of demonstrating this one. Now I see you have some white there. So what's the best way of getting that? Since it's solid. You have white glitter paper still there.
oh, you want me to cut that?
Yes.
Alright, I'm going to cut in there just like that. There, better?
Yes, but what I do is I pick that up and cut underneath.
Well, you can do that now.
Okay.
So we are going to stick our tweezers under the handle. And I found it easier to go from the inside of the handle. And there we go. So basically we're peeling the handle back up off of the glitter paper as far as you need to. And then I'm going to cut the paper only, not the sticker.
Now, if you do want to, you could cut the sticker and then put it back because it's a sticker, right?
Right. There, I think I did it.
Yeah.
There.
And that looks nice and clean. I love it.
And then optional is if you have any white core showing around the edges here, go around with a black marker very carefully.
And there's your black marker.
I wasn't going to show it.
I know, but we're doing it all tonight. That's the whole thing, right?
All right.
Maybe somebody doesn't know what we're talking about.
Are you that somebody?
It could be. I could be that somebody.
I'm talking to our viewers. Are you that somebody? All right, so you're just going to go around the edges here with a black marker. It can be your Rite art. It could be a Sharpie. But this is just going to really make it look professional, like we were expert at cutting our sticker out. And I'm not going to do it perfect right now, but you get the idea. All right.
Okay, that is wonderful. I want to move that down a little bit. And there we go. Now that we have our image, we need to make our card.
All right, so this is your turn.
It is. Okay. So I'm going to have you move everything that way. Yep, there we go. And we're going to concentrate on this card right here, okay?
The original.
The original. Okay. So now we have our image, this part that Jackie just did. We need to get the card, okay? So let's go back to our kit. And I think we're going to start with our paper. So the very first thing that we need is a black cardstock right here. Now the nice thing about this needs to be 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, and it's already cut to size, so that's kind of nice. We don't need to cut that, right?
Right.
All right, so next piece up is going to be this craft piece. So we do need to cut this, and if you read the instructions, it says to cut it 4 by 5 1/4. Jackie.
We have limited space here.
Oh, and Jackie's falling down on the job. She wants to see what you all were saying, all right? But you need to help me, please. Okay, so here's our paper trimmer. And again, we need this to be 5 1/4. So I'm going to go into 5 1/4. And I'm going to cut. And then you can see it's just taking off 1/4 of an inch here. And then we're going to turn this and make this 4. Okay. All right. Now I like to do all my cutting, so I'm going to cut all for one right away. And I believe the next step is we have in our card, we need our polka dot and our damask, right?
Yes, so the dot paper is 3 3/4 by 3 inches.
All right, so 3 3/4. We're going to go ahead and put that in by
3 inches.
All right. And next, the damask is, I believe, 3/4.
Yep, 3 3/4 by 3/4.
All right. And that will leave us this much extra paper. Okay?
Okay.
So we have now our heart paper.
Heart paper is 1 1/4 by 3 3/4.
Now I want to give you a tip before you cut this. If I cut this at 3 3/4, I may not be able to use it in many different ways. So I'm going to go ahead and cut it this way first, so I have the option of using this landscape, okay? So you said 3 3/4?
Yes.
Okay. So you just have to think ahead a little bit. And what was the other?
1 1/4.
1 1/4. All right. And there we go. Now, for the other two cards, which are the masculine and the feminine, I could use this side for over here. Do you see that? And look at this. I colored this with the light pink marker. So this is something you can do. I love altering this paper into a different color. Have you ever done that?
No, but I like it. You do it a lot, and I always never think of that.
Yeah, so you can do that. So this piece will be perfect when we cut it down. And then on the masculine, if you could hand me that, it's over on your side. We kind of kept it just the newsprint, okay? But you could have colored that light blue if you wanted to, right?
Yeah, that would look good too. Or gray.
Or gray, yes. So you have options, okay? All right, so now that we have all of our pieces, I guess I should also talk about the bottom piece of the feminine and masculine card. So remember, this is that leftover piece. If we wanted to, we could cut it for the bottom. I forgot what that cut was. I think 3/4 down here.
Yes.
And we could use this paper instead of the damask, right?
Yeah, so we're showing you that you can use the papers included in your kit in many different ways.
And then you could also use that side to do the bottom of the masculine. So you have plenty of paper, and it's all about how you want to mix it up to what looks the best, okay? All right, so now that we've cut everything, we put it together. Is that where we are?
Yes, that's where we are.
Okay, so what's the first step?
The first step is we're going to put the craft onto the black.
All right, so we're using this, and this is called our Tombow Dot Roller. Now, there's a reason I like this, right?
Because you can, if you don't put your paper down straight, you can reposition it and fix your mistake.
That's right. I can lift it up, and I'm telling you, I'm not always a straight person. Who out there is always straight? Not me. I'd like to know who you are, because I'd like you to come and help me.
Yeah, it usually takes me 2 times to get the paper on straight. All right, pretty close.
No, I don't like it.
What do you expect? It's Kraftini. Are you going to get it straight now?
But see, this is why I like the Tombow, see? I think we're funny, Jackie. All right, that's better. Okay?
All right.
So now
we need to put the dot paper on.
Actually, I learned that I should put this one on next.
Oh, okay.
Okay? Because what we're going to do is we're going to have matting, and we're going to have matting on the left, bottom, and top, and then it'll help us line that up. Okay? Am I in
We
the
need
screen?
all the help we can get, so sounds good.
Yeah. All right. I like this color. Do you?
The red?
Yeah, I like that it's newsprint inside the heart.
Yes. And it's authentique?
Yes. Okay, so there's that. And now we could put the dot paper, and do you see what I mean? You could kind of line it up here, and it makes it easier. Do you see?
Yes. See, if you didn't join in on the Kraftini, you wouldn't know that. We're trying to make it a little easier for you and teach you some tricks that are up our sleeves.
Yep. Anybody learning anything?
Sharing is caring.
Wow, how much have you been drinking?
Not enough.
Okay. And then we have one more piece, right? This damask.
Yes. Now I do notice something.
What's that?
It's not a big deal, but it looks like your damask is a different direction than the sample.
But I kind of like it this way, so I did that on purpose. Sorry.
Okay.
You could do anything you want, right?
Yeah.
Okay, look at that. Wasn't that good?
That looks really good.
Okay, so now we're going to go into our lovely border stickers.
All right, and we have those here. Now, we have a little kink in ours. What is that going to do for us?
Nothing, because when you have a sticker, that's not going to show.
So, in case you didn't know, if your sticker has a little bend in it, it's okay. It does not affect how it's going to lay down.
Right, that's what I love about these, okay?
Oh, before we move on, how do you color the printed paper with the markers?
Okay, let's do that. Just as
We're going to rewind a little bit here.
Okay, so save this for a minute. If you're not up with me, this is your catch-up time, okay? Now, what was that? Was it an inch and a quarter?
That's 1 1/4 right here.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and do that. And then, can I have the RVOO?
Yes. There you go.
All right, so I'm going to put this on a paper because I don't want to get it on our mat here. But, so basically what I'm going to do is I tend to take a light color. So this is an RV Red Violet 00. And what you're going to do is take the brush tip and literally you're going to just color it. So I tend to start on one side, but you're just going to kind of do that flicking motion is what I'm doing. But that's how easy it is. Look at that. Isn't that pretty?
I mean, you don't even see any brush strokes or anything.
No. So you want to make sure that you do this before you put it on your card. I mean, you could probably do it that way, but you might get ink other places, right?
Yes.
So you just kind of go along and do this. And then if you like the shading look and you want to have some shading, let this dry for a few minutes and then you can go back over one side, and that's actually adding more color, so it gives you that shading. So you don't need to use a different marker.
You're layering the color, which is making it a little bit darker and giving you that hint of shading. It's very subtle, but it's there.
Yes, and you could still read that newsprint. Isn't that the coolest thing ever? And now I have a pink newsprint.
Very cute. I'm a little behind on the comments. Tracy said her slicer fell off her cutter, and so she's forgetting all about being straight.
All right,
She
there
sounds
you go.
really fun to craft with.
Yes, I think so too. Anyway, I hope that answered that question. Isn't that cool?
Yeah, I love that technique.
Okay.
All right, back to the holographics.
All right, so here's the thing about this border sticker that I absolutely love is there's different designs in here. So if you look very closely, you're going to see a scallop, you're going to see a diamond, you're going to see a straight line. So you can use any of those that you want to. Now it looks like here we used a straight line, so I'm going to do that. And all you have to do is peel. Okay, so when you peel, you can notice that it comes up just fine, right?
Yes, it is going to be great.
So it does. Gosh, Jackie, how much wine have you had?
I haven't had any since the beginning, so.
Okay, she's just so fun. Guess what? Jackie got excused from jury duty. She had to go and answer all their questions, and then they didn't want her. So we were very happy about that. All right, so I put that border down right here on the edge of the paper, and look how beautiful that really just finishes the seam, don't you think?
Yes, I do.
That was to you, Jackie.
I'm answering a comment here.
Okay, and then we want to finish this seam, and since I already have this, why waste it? I'm going to put this across as well.
Oh, you're going to do the line?
I think so.
Okay, just so you know, on the original we used a scallop, but you can mix it up any way you like.
Yeah, and I just really think that looks pretty. What do you think?
I absolutely love using those on the seams of my paper. It really just adds something that you don't even realize it needed.
Yes, then I cut off the excess, okay?
Okay.
All right. Oh, I think I forgot to cut a piece of paper. But also, you could see how that bend did not do anything to the, way we used our thing. So Jackie's trying to figure out what paper I forgot, and I think we all know, right?
This one.
Yes. So we have this little tiny paper here, and I believe it's 3 inches, right?
Yes. I'm waiting for you to finish. Tell me the whole measurement.
It's already 3 inches, just so you know. So it's cut as a 3 by 3. So what's the rest?
3/4.
All right.
I think that's your favorite number in this kit.
3/4?
Yeah.
Okay.
Everything seems to be that size.
All right, so we have this little tiny piece. Now, this is where we're going to use our photo corner.
Our corner rounder.
Corner rounder. I guess in the old days I used to call it that. So yes, our corner rounder. So if you're not familiar how to use the corner rounder, basically you want to get your paper in here and get it lined up and then just press. And look at that. It just kind of took off the excess and made a round corner. Then you're going to turn your paper over, do the same thing. How easy was that?
Super easy.
Okay. Now, if you don't have a rounder, what do we call it? Corner rounder.
Corner rounder.
You can use a pencil or just kind of make a rounded with your scissors, or you can leave it straight. It really doesn't matter, all right? So don't stress if you don't have one.
Now, if I'm correct, you made it look like this to look like a little index tab for the books?
That is correct. I'm almost out of my tape, too. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and put this on the side as desired. How do you like that?
Looks great. And then your sentiment goes on there.
That's right. So, no, we're okay with this.
Sentiment is right here.
Okay, so where do we find our sentiment? It is on the sticker sheet. Wow, you peeled all these, did you? And do you have my tweezers?
Yep, I have it all.
I can't do anything without these tweezers. What about you?
They're so helpful.
So I'm going to turn it this way because as you can see, this is the way that our sentiment is going to go. And I wanted to give you a few things to notice is When you put the relax down, there's kind of a line there that helps you keep it straight, but you don't want it all the way to the bottom, because when you get to enjoy, you need to leave a little bit of room for the hanging J and Y. All right? Also notice it's going to take pretty much the whole width, so you're going to need a little bit, just a little bit here, and then bring it all the way to the end. So let's start with the word relax. Did I say that okay, Jackie?
Relax.
Not that. How I explain. God, Jackie. I don't know. What are you like so happy that you don't have jury duty? That
I am so relieved. You have no idea. Some people may like it, but it's not for me.
Okay. Well, guess what? I have your favorite word right here. Relax, okay? All right, so now I'm using my tweezers, and like I told you, I don't want to go all the way down, and I just want to go a little bit over. And then I'm not going to press it until I'm happy with it, all right? Now let's go ahead and put the next word. Do you know what that would be?
And
I'm afraid to ask you. We just have so much fun being the crazy ladies.
yeah, that's how we get away with it. It's in our name, so we can be as crazy as we want to.
All right, I like that. Okay, and then the last word is enjoy, right?
Enjoy. Relax and enjoy.
What a great card to give somebody.
All right.
How does that look for being straight? Pretty good?
Pretty good.
Would you do anything different?
No.
I would.
She asks me and then she changes it.
I know. I do like it the way I like it. All right. Once you like it, press it down. And there we go. Look at that. Isn't that cool?
Very cool.
All right. So now we only have one more thing to do.
Well, we need to put our coffee and books and then add the steam.
Right. But coffee and books, where is that?
I have it.
Jackie's hiding it. Woohoo! All right. So the thing is, you don't want to put it way up here, just so you know, because you could if you don't want the steam. But there is steam, so we are going to have to lay it down just a bit down here and overlapping our bottom paper, okay? So we're going to go ahead, turn this over.
And you'll notice that now when we compare the two images next to each other, the coloring looks the same because the ink has dried. Just wanted to mention that.
That's a good notation. All right. How does that look?
A little lopsided, but we can go with it.
You know, it's that cup is a little lopsided, so go and take this as your line. Do you see what I mean?
Yes. All right. And then we need our steam because we only like hot coffee.
Yes. Now there are 3 steams here on the sticker sheet, but I only use 2, but feel free to do it the way you want to do it. And I'm just going to go in here. I love these tweezers to help me. I just don't know what I would do without them. And I put 1 there, and then we'll put 1 more. What do you say? Do you want 3 or 2?
2. And Monica had a great idea. She said this is a great card to give with a gift of a book or coffee.
I agree. What a good idea. Okay, and look at that. We're all done.
Wow, that was so fun. I love how it looks. And you're going to rinse and repeat for the feminine and the masculine cards, which we have somewhere.
Yes, you know, like it's 5 o'clock somewhere. We have the cards somewhere, right?
Yes, so right.
Okay.
Let's show all of them.
All right, so let's just look at the next 2. So if you want to take a little picture or snapshot of
Screenshot.
how we did our papers, if you want to do the same, or maybe come up with your own. I mean, frankly, I think coloring this that light blue-gray would have been really beautiful.
Yeah, you can color this with the CG02 or the BGY03, and that'll look really great.
Or even the E26 or E40.
Yeah.
I mean, brown over here would be gorgeous.
Yes, mix it up.
Yes, so there's those, but if we want to look at all three, what's the best way to do that? Like this?
That'll work. I don't know. I think we asked this, but I'm going to ask again. Let us know which one was your favorite to make. Do you like the pink, red, or blue? We like to do those votes.
I have to say I'm really torn toward that masculine one. I just love it.
See, I like the pink.
And this one to me is my next.
That's classic.
Yep.
All right, so you can write that in the comment, blue, pink, red. And that is our Kraftini card. Now, if you stuck with us, we have something really fun to show you.
Yes, so Kraftini will be happening every month. And we already have the next Kraftini project ready to go. So hopefully you want to see what that is. And there is a little bonus, right? Or add-on that you could have if you want it, but there's a limited number, correct?
Correct. All right, so without further ado, I think we should show you what it is.
Okay.
Dun, 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 dun. All right, here is our next Kraftini project together.
Oh, I love it. Look at this. It's so tropical, bright, happy, brand new sticker.
Are you noticing a theme? We have our drink here, and we had our drink on the coffee card. I just love this card. It's so bright, cheerful, and it makes me want to be in Hawaii.
Yes, so if you love the card, can you show us the love of the card? Now, what's that extra little something that we were talking about?
All right, so let's talk about what you get in this kit first. So it's a 3-card card kit for $13.49. However, we're going to do a twist with this card. So we're going to be decorating the inside of the cards for the next Kraftini with the hibiscus outline sticker. So the add-on is, if you go to this kit on our website, it's brand new in the card kit section, you're going to see a little option that says, do you want to add on the hibiscus sticker? And if you do, you'll notice that it's a really great price of $1.25.
Yeah, so that is so great. So for all you Kraftinis out there, we have this special deal. Now we are going to put this card together and show you all the wonderful coloring, but we're not going to mix up the coloring. What we're going to do instead is we're going to show you how we might decorate the inside using this sticker. Now you don't have to use this sticker, but if you want to be just like us, now is your time to go ahead and get that add-on for a wonderful reduced price.
Yes, I'm going to repeat it one more time, okay? So if you go to our website, you click on card kits, you see this kit, you're going to want to click it. Then on the right of the picture, you're going to see an option. It says add on sticker, and then it's going to say none, or it's going to say hibiscus. If you want the add-on for $1.25, you're going to make sure that the hibiscus has the little button filled in, okay? Then you're going to click add to cart. If you don't want this as an add-on, you just click none.
Right. And then the Kraftini will be on March 26th, and it will be at 5 o'clock Pacific time, 5 p.m., and we are definitely going to put this card together and show you how we did this beautiful coloring. So we could all do that. And then we're going to show you how we would decorate the inside of the card with this hibiscus.
Yes, and I'm just looking forward to creating this coconut drink. Brand new sticker. I love everything about it. And if you haven't checked out our Live Friday yet, we just released 3 new card kits. You're going to want to see those as well because they're really cute. Yes,
and there's a limited deal on those.
All right, so let's do a quick little recap here. All right, so that was our very first Krazy Kraftini event. I had so much fun.
Me too, and I'm going to say cheers to all of you because we did have fun. Jackie is cracking me up tonight. All right, there we go. And I mean, I love just working with Jackie, and we love having all of you because we have fun here. Life is too short to be miserable, so we will find it through our Krazy Kraftini.
So we want to thank you all for joining us tonight. We'll definitely have to do more of these events. We had a lot of fun, like I said, And we can't wait for next time, which will be on March 26th. And I love the twist we did tonight with the feminine, masculine, and original card. And don't forget, next time we're going to be decorating the inside of the card.
Absolutely. So have a wonderful rest of your evening, a fantastic weekend, and we will see you Tuesday for coffee time.
We'll see you there. Have a great weekend. Stay crafty.